Hello, everyone. Welcome to Go Man Go. I'm Chris, and I am not doing disc golf again. I haven't played for a while. I have a shoulder issue, so I'm kind of nursing that and doing a few other things. So today, I'm going to go to downtown Cincinnati and go to the Christkindlmarket. The Christkindlmarket is a German-style Christmas market, and here in Cincinnati, we have a strong German heritage. It goes back to, I guess, in the 1800s, maybe even a little bit before that, when the German immigrants were coming over to Cincinnati, and that immigration continued even into the early 1900s. So if you have family from Cincinnati, they probably have some kind of German heritage. I didn't grow up in Cincinnati, but my family is from here, and I live in Cincinnati now. And yes, I have a strong German heritage. My last name is German. I have German on my mother's side as well. And so Cincinnati continues to have a lot of German um, festivals, like the Christmas market I'm getting ready to go to. We actually have the second largest Oktoberfest in the world outside of the one in Munich. It's just neat to see that we still carry on some of that German heritage. There's a lot of German societies around town as well, and they do a lot of festivals and a lot of different things. So I'm going to go down, see what the Christmas market is like this year. I haven't been down there for a few years. They actually moved it to a different location along the Ohio River. And just going to kind of go through and see what they have. Usually they have some good food. And I'm looking forward to it. So let's go explore together, shall we? So I have myself a cup of Glühwein. This is a spice wine. It's a type of wine that they only drink during this time of year, and it is warm. It's a warm spice wine, and I'm going to have that along with a bowl of goulash soup. Now, this goulash soup looks different than what I had when I lived in Germany as a kid, but it's a beef vegetable type soup, and they put it on top of potatoes. You can't see the potatoes really, but it is. Potatoes are under there, but it looks good, so we're going to give it a try. So we got our wine, and we got our goulash soup. So the goulash soup is really good. It doesn't quite have as much flavor as I remember having it in Germany or in German restaurants. And I've tried to make this one time several years ago. It did not come out very well, but this is pretty good. Not bad. First time I think I've had goulash soup in the States that I didn't try to make myself. Let's try the wine. Uh, the Glühwein is great. It's sweet with a little bit of spice, and it's warm, of course, which is great on a cool day like today where it's about 38, 40 degrees. I'm not sure what spice they put in the Glühwein. Maybe I can find out and put down below. But it is definitely great on a day like today. Prost. When I lived in Germany during the Christkindlmarkt, you could get these candy covered, I guess they were hazelnut. Maybe they had almonds, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure they were hazelnut, and they were awesome. Really love them. I think you could only get them during the Christmas time at the Christkindlmarkt. Well, they have something very similar here in the States at the Christkindlmarkt, but they only had almonds and pecans and one other nut, but not hazelnuts. For some reason, it is hard to get anything hazelnut in the United States. So I have them here as an almonds. We're going to give them a try. So let's open them up and see how good they are. They're still a little warm, and that's the best way to have them. Oh yeah. Those are so good. Holy cow. Takes me back to my teenage years in Stuttgart, Germany, going to the Christkindlmarkt with my friends or my family, and getting those candy-covered hazelnuts. Wish I remember what they were called in German, but wow, those are yummy. Well, I had a good time at the Christkindlmarkt. I wasn't there very long, maybe about an hour. If I was there with some other people, I'm sure I would have stayed longer, but it was still a good time nonetheless. Now, the Christkindlmarkt in Cincinnati is not as big as the ones in Germany or in other parts of Europe. As you can see from the video, there's not as many of the stalls around. Maybe, I don't know, I didn't count, maybe only about 15 altogether with the food and those selling items. And the type of items that were being sold, I saw, there was one person selling soap, someone else selling German Christmas gifts, like ornaments and nutcrackers and smokers. There was also someone selling beer steins, jewelry, all different kinds of things, but a lot of different food vendors as well. There was selling brats and goulash soup and pastries, all kinds of different things. And of course, there was plenty to drink. The Christkindlmarkt is downtown Cincinnati, right next to the Moorline House. The Moorline House is a brewery from back in the 1800s in Cincinnati. It's a old-style German brewery that kind of resurrected, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago. If you were to go to the Christkindlmarkt, it's not like an all-day thing. It would probably be something that, hey, let's go downtown and let's stop by the Christkindlmarkt. Or let's go and have lunch at the Christkindlmarkt. It's that kind of thing. It's not an all-day event. Something that you would probably throw into the mix of something else. I enjoyed it. It was a good time. Kind of took me back to when I lived in Germany just a little bit. So if you are in Cincinnati around December, I encourage you to check it out. I think this one runs for 3 or 4 weekends in December into January. I think the first week in January is the last time you could go to it. There is another Christkindlmarkt in Cincinnati at Germania Park, which is usually in November. And then there's a couple of others sprinkled around town that different townships do on weekends here and there. And so it is a part of our heritage in Cincinnati, and it's neat to see. All right, well, thank you for joining us. Of course, I like to encourage everyone to get out and do stuff. We usually say, go man, go. Get out and throw when we're doing disc golf, but go man, go, get out, enjoy life, do things, experience things. All right, take care.